A top agriculture official says the way in which Dominica's produce is being exported on the regional market needs to be addressed. General Manager of the Dominica Banana Producers Limited, Errol Emmanuel, says Dominica's market share in the region depends on its quality.
We export most of our products through the vessels at the ports of Portsmouth and some at Woodbridge Bay. Most of these vessels are not refrigerated, and over the years that is what we have been using. But I say, you have to look at the whole question of shelf life of the product. You want the product to have a certain integrity in terms of quality, and so the question of how we can retrofit the present vessels that have in ensuring that we can have controlled atmosphere, refrigeration, so that the produce can arrive in the market in a fresh manner is something that we have to begin to address as a nation. And so the boat owners, the hucksters, the exporters, I think all like-minded people have to come together and look at a way forward along with the public sector to see how we can position ourselves to ensure that we continue to hold our market share in the region. The whole question of refrigerated containers, that is what the retail export through. And it certainly gives you a better product. The shelf life is better. But then if you have the conditions on the boat where you can install refrigeration and have the control atmosphere, then you can get the same result. So these are things that we have to look at quickly so that we do not lose our market share in the region.
Mr. Emmanuel says there is need for a refrigerated boat, which could help to enhance the quality of the produce while being shipped for export.
It is something that we have to look at, because all it does, it helps and it enhances the quality of the product, exporting in cooler conditions as opposed to how we presently do. We have to recognize the great contribution that the shippers have made in our trade over the years, but as market changes, you have to do the adjustments. We know it may be capital intensive, it may cost them some money, and that is why we're saying that the public sector, the private sector have to have a joint collaboration so that we can address the issues that will enhance the quality of our product on the market.
General Manager of the Dominica Banana Producers Limited, Errol Emmanuel. The United Workers' Party has indicated that it will contest the July 9th by-elections in 2 constituencies. The Salisbury and Marigot seats became vacant after Hector John and Edison James missed 3 consecutive sittings of the House of Assembly. However, Hector John says the party could continue to boycott Parliament after the by-elections if its concerns are still not addressed.
Yes, for sure, I'll be representing the United Workers' Party in the upcoming by-election. We will continue to boycott or deal with the situation in the best way possible, because it is very important. It has brought a lot of benefit to the country. People are debating the issues, the constitutional issues, the who, why, and how, which way we can solve it. People are discussing it. It is a national issue right now, and that is very important. We have brought it to the table. Now is the government that have to begin addressing the problem. Every island in the Caribbean has ID card. We're just asking for those simple things. Almost every island in the Caribbean is allowing the opposition parties to have the same national radio on the national radio station. They are enforcing the bribery laws. They are also cleaning up the list. We recently had elections in Trinidad. There was a change of government, but what I'm saying is that they all are looking at reform, electoral reform, and that is very critical in a democratic country.
UWP hopeful for the Salisbury constituency in the July 9th by-elections, Hector Spraggs John. Meantime, elected member for Marigot, Edison James, says the UWP is sticking to its belief that by-elections should only be decided by the courts.
Our view is that a by-election only comes about when a seat which has been taken up, which has been filled by an elected member, has become vacant through the process set out in the Constitution. At this time, as you're aware, there is tremendous uncertainty, even confusion, as to whether the Marigot and Salisbury seats are indeed vacant. We agree with the widely held position a position which is held at the highest level in our country, that the court is the only authority which can bring clarity to this matter. And we believe that that clarity should be obtained before, if necessary, any by-election is held. Certainly, the United Workers' Party does not intend to allow to facilitate any one-party state here, allow our country to become a one-party state, which is the direction in which the current leadership of our country is going. And that should be the position, that should be the mission, the determination of all Dominicans across party lines.
Elected member for Marigot, Edison James, and Speaker of the House of Assembly, Alex Boyd Knights, says there could be another by-election if the UWP members win their seats and the scenario is repeated.
Well, I don't know about two by-elections being back-to-back. What I can tell you is that these two seats were vacated by operation of law. The law in question being that they missed 3 consecutive meetings, and therefore they were their seats were vacated. Now, should the same thing happen again, the same operation of law will kick in, and the same process will have to go on. So that is all I can tell you at this stage. I mean, if let us say somebody is convicted for having a traffic offense of going down the wrong way, wrong a street, they are convicted. Okay, they pay the fine or whatever, and then they do it a second time. The same thing suffices. It is the same thing, you know. If let us say you drink very acid juice and it gives you indigestion, I dare say the second time you drink the juice you'll get the same indigestion. It's just that when the same thing happens, the same repercussions follow.
The House Speaker says this is the first time in Dominica's history where members have missed 3 consecutive sittings of Parliament.
No member of Parliament, as far as we can ascertain from the records that are available, no member of Parliament has ever missed 3 consecutive meetings so that the seats become vacated by operation of law.
Speaker of the House of Assembly, Alex Boyd Knights. The minority opposition Dominica Freedom Party, DFP, has said it will not contest next month's by-election in 2 constituencies. DFP leader Judith Pestina said it is not clear whether the House Speaker should have declared the seats vacant, and the matter should be decided in court. The governing Dominica Labour Party won 18 seats in the last poll, with the remaining 3 going to the United Workers' Party, UWP. The DFP has failed to secure any seats and is not represented in Parliament. The UWP claimed there were irregularities and are challenging the election results in the court. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt announced on Monday that the poll will be held on the 9th of July. Coordinator at the blood bank at the Princess Margaret Hospital, Ninika Pierre, is appealing to Dominicans to become voluntary donors to assist those who need transfusion. Today is World Blood Donor Day.
The blood donor process is pretty simple. We are encouraging our healthy persons with healthy lifestyles to come and become part of the blood bank donor base. You come in and we have a beautiful surrounding just off the Imre ward. We're part of the medical lab, and it's an encouraging atmosphere. You come in, we're open from 8 to 11 Mondays to Fridays, and of course we have to go through a screening process because first and foremost we want to ensure that it's safe for the potential donor to give blood. So we do what's called a mini physical, where we do the blood pressure, the weight, the temperature, make sure they have enough blood for themselves and extra to give, and their blood group. Then we go through their medical history, again to make sure it's safe for them to give blood, and also that the blood is safe for us to use.